Welcome everybody. So today in this video, I'm going to go off the heart, go back later, and then I'll do the topic, description, and all of that. What I feel like talking about to you is something that was just going through my mind, and I had just finished filming. Oh man, it was a great. I had a great time doing that one. Sorry, I had to look down and grab my paper, which was what is spirituality. I actually just did that. Went to do a couple things around the house, and then I got back and I said, hold on a minute. And then I had another topic that I wanted to get into, which was stand out from the crowd. So I said, you know what, I'm actually going to film it and just go with it right now. And what I mean by the description and all that, like I'm just going to talk about it straight from the heart right now, and that topic, standing out from the crowd. And uh, a little kind of scenario that I would use would, let's use myself for instance. Even from when at a young age, I was always one to be very inquisitive, whatever it may be, and it always tended for me to flock towards people that were sometimes in an older age group, because I always wanted, like I said in prior videos, experience knowledge and to see things through a different set of view or eye points. Uh, um, a whole aspect of how they looked at things, or even down to the most simplest thing, something that I wanted to learn how to do. I would see who knew how to do it, or maybe someone that I knew, a friend or family member, or maybe they had a friend or family member that knew how to do it. And I said to myself, well, let me ask them. And you wouldn't believe, when you ask someone about something that they're passionate about, they will truly give you a vast amount of knowledge that is irreplaceable. No money in the world could pay for something like that. How would you say? Uh, Anything that someone passes on to you about something that you're interested in, and like I just said, is like a passion to them, you're gonna get some advice or information or wisdom or knowledge that is, like I said, there's not no money could pay for that. And sometimes you wouldn't believe the extent that some people go to achieve the highest things they want to do within their life, and especially with wisdom and knowledge. Because sometimes people don't realize what wisdom and knowledge, they're like a key that can open so many doors to many things within your life, and truly something amazing. So, not to go off topic, so let's go back. So, standing out from the crowd and using myself as an example, so doing that throughout my life, and it constantly progressed. And then sometimes, I would go about and forget about all this spirituality, but it was always embedded in me. And then I would come full circle and come back again. And it was almost like a new rebirth or reawakening, or how they would say when someone meditates and they have that awakening moment within themselves. So I was constantly having that periods throughout my life, and that would help me grow, and eventually to the point where I'm at still now, and now actually teaching spirituality and how to integrate it within your life, and being a life coach and everything. And it truly is amazing. And that's why I'm asking you to stand out from the crowd and do what you want to love to do. And it doesn't mean, listen, if you can't do it full time, keep at it, don't stop, and eventually you'll be able to do that full time. Believe me, you will. And it'll be the most best thing in the world. You're doing what you love to do. So now, standing out from the crowd, as I kept going on and more, as I got older, I started to ask questions like that were really deep to people that were either very successful, and this can go for whatever avenue you want to go within your life. Zoom in on it, put a target on that sucker, hit those goals, think about them. And now I know this is a spirituality channel, but I'm just trying to now teach that aspect of getting yourself in the zone. Like athletes, you ever hear athletes say, yeah, I was in the zone. You want to be in that zone, because that's how you're going to stand out from the crowd and be an example. And they said, yeah, this, him or her, man, they are really doing their thing. That's what I want for you, the best thing for you. Now, back to standing out. So, my example, as going through life, I was always uh, with people older, or they always said, you're old, you seem older than what you are. And I was always intrigued and always trying to figure out certain things or get knowledge or ask people certain things. And as I got older, I would ask them, what were some of your regrets? What are some of the things that you enjoyed in life? What is some advice that you would say to someone my age, or anybody you would say, if that you feel you could look up to them and get advice from, forget about the age. You could even say, what's something that you would give me, whether made you successful in business? What didn't work for you? Then you could get into aspect of the life, because if they're successful in business, most of the time that means that their regular personal life is, for the most part, has to be in order too. It's not to say that it is, but we all have our bumps in the roads and stuff. But for the purpose of the example, that I'm sure they do, because then they wouldn't get to that high level of success without having that balance within their life. And that's how I started to gain a lot of knowledge and wisdom. And then also, I was in the field that I wanted to talk about for many years within itself. So if you want to do it and you want to stand out from the crowd, do what you love to do. And sometimes that doesn't mean it's going to be tough. You're going to have to go through experiences. You're going to have to go through a lot. And that's another thing. I learned so much through my life experiences. The day that I stopped beating myself up for everything that I did, and I forgave myself and asked forgiveness for others through my mind, body, and spirit, and then was humble and tried to give the best that I could and be the best version of myself to whoever I encountered through the day, no matter who it was. That's when I knew that, okay, you're getting somewhere I can by Rubey. So if you want to stand out from that crowd, remember, think with this. Sometimes we have to close this and go deep within ourselves. And like I had in this other video, what is spirituality? Be the best divine version of yourself. So stand out from that crowd. Ask people, ask questions. Look for that knowledge and wisdom in whatever course of life you want to take. Talk to people, see what worked, what didn't work from them. That way you're not making those mistakes, and they will be more than gladly to help you. Because if someone came to me, I've always helped them in so many ways and said, look, this is what worked for me, this is what didn't. Take from it what you can, but maybe I can help you from not making those mistakes, and I know I'm doing something here. Take care, everybody. Stand out from that crowd.